Yes, hello. This is Tim Law with Planet Forward Coaching, Self-Reliance You, and I am really anxious to have a good interview here with Nate Blanchette. And anyway, with his background, he's been phenomenal as far as helping out with the emergence of the Northeastern Golf Team, along with Todd Sadowski. They're doing a fantastic job. And he's also been involved with, the NASA program and everything, which works with youth. And so anyway, welcome, Nate, and maybe you could tell us your story here a little bit.
Thanks, Coach Lai. Thanks for the invite. I appreciate any opportunity to spread some golf knowledge. So thanks for the invite. Yes, so I'm currently the general manager and acting PGA golf professional at Cool Creek Golf Club in Wrightsville. My journey in golf has been a long one. I'm 44 years old. I started golfing when I was 4.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Not your typical upbringing in golf, not a country club kid, very humble beginnings. My father was in the National Guard. I was the youngest of 3 children, with a fairly decent spread of years of age there, and he used to golf. And one day I was watching it on my own as a 4-year-old, and he's like, "Hot dog, I'm jumping back in." so he kind of took the ball and ran from there. But always had a love for the game of golf. Kind of grew up. My dad actually cleared out 6 acres of our land and kind of made me a little golf course, and that's where I learned to play.
Wow.
Just kind of on my own in the backyard, thinking it around. Got my first junior membership when I was around 13 that I worked off at a local 9-hole municipal golf course up in Putnam, Connecticut.
Okay.
And yeah, it was all kind of gravy from there. So I going through high school, because I know some of the people who will be watching will be high school students and looking for some advice and such. Starting in high school, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I loved the game of golf. I played basketball as well in high school. But I was just your normal high school kid, getting through life as a high school kid. And as I got closer to my junior, senior years, I realized, I've been working at driving ranges and this 9-hole municipal course for long enough. I think I may want to make golf my life. So at that point, I just kind of started looking at schools that could offer me the ability to go through business school. At that point, I still had some dreams of playing professionally. Never had the ability. I didn't know it as a kid.
It's a very high level. That's a very high level.
How you have the dreams and you have, but I found out rather quickly in college that it wasn't gonna be my thing professionally. But I ended up going to Methodist University in Fayetteville, North Carolina,
Okay.
Which is a Division III school. They won 2. They were so good that I never made the golf team, and I was a 5 handicap coming out of high school.
Wow. Wow.
They've won numerous, and they still continue to win numerous NCAA championships. But the reason I went there was in hopes of making the golf team, but more than anything to pursue this dream of being a golf professional.
Sure. Now, what? Had a quick question for you. What brought you down into this area from Connecticut, Nate?
So after college, my now wife was my longtime girlfriend, high school sweetheart. She was still going to the University of Connecticut.
Okay.
And she was a year younger than me. So I went back to Connecticut after college and worked at the Hartford Golf Club for a year, and I bounced around at a couple other clubs up in Connecticut. And then when she graduated college, we got married and decided we were going to do our own thing. And I moved down here because it allowed me, as a New Englander, I wanted some bit of winter. I didn't want to go to North Carolina. I know myself. I don't know that I could do customer service 100% of the time, 365. So I wanted to go further south where I could have a decent winter, but also have a bit of a layoff. And York, PA ended up being where I had some opportunities in North Carolina, had some more Westchester, PA. I ended up landing on my feet at Heritage Hills Golf Resort.
Okay. Very good.
And I was there for 5 years from 2001 through 2005. And then I've been at Cool Creek since 2006.
Oh, okay. So you've been at Cool Creek now for, my math is right, about 14 years or so, 15 years.
It's going to be my 16th season now.
Excellent. Well, one of the things I try to emphasize, Nate, with these is to try to set, some ideas as far as, young people coming up and everything. And obviously, the cool thing about golf, and I've always had a great deal of admiration for it, because I don't think there's any group of professionals that keeps themselves at a higher standard than golfers. whether it's the endorsements or whatever. I mean, you very seldom hear of, major issues and everything in the golf community, like, you'll hear in some of the other sports. So what would you say some of the main life lessons and things that golf has helped you with that you could pass on to some of the people that may be listening to this?
Sure. No, that's a great question. That actually brings me back a little bit to your first question, which my desire, my passion is junior golf and coaching youth. And the reason for that is the question you just asked. What I found through growing up through golf as a young kid, sitting around the golf course with older guys around, you learn a lot at a golf course. The moral code and the ethics that are involved with the game of golf are something that I just can appreciate, especially now as a parent. I could always appreciate it, but as you get older, you appreciate them even more. It's the only sport you'll ever play that you call a penalty on yourself. So
Right.
and there's plenty of opportunity to not do that, and I think by and large, a vast majority of golfers would do that because it's just what's expected. It's how you play the game. But getting to your question, some of the things that you learn in golf, it's just, how do you conduct yourself when nobody's watching? How do you prepare? It's just like any other sport. I think golf sometimes gets a kind of a negative connotation as an elitist sport. And I think they've earned, the game of golf has earned that. Just coming from the past that has come. Tiger Woods has helped that when he came in, kind of made it more of a game of the masses. The industry of golf has been on the decline since Tiger's kind of dropped out of relevancy. And it's crazy to say there's nothing good about this pandemic,
Right.
but it's been good for golf. It's been good for golf because there's nothing else you could do outside and safely. So maybe some of those golfers come back. But I'm sorry for rambling, but getting on to your question as far as what things can you carry over from the game of golf, it's just treating your competitor with the respect that you would want to be treated with. There's so many life lessons in golf, whether it's holding yourself accountable for penalty situations or just, it's you against the golf course. It's not you against this other person you're playing with. And it's such a mental game. I've had students who play varsity football and basketball and golf, and golf will try you like no other sport. You can't hide. You're on an island.
Right.
You can't be carried on a bad day, and on a good day. You can ride it out on a good day for sure, but there's no hiding in golf. I mean, I do a lot of hiding in the woods because that tends to be where my golf balls go. But you're on display for all to see. And like you said, going towards just looking at like the professional ranks of golf, you don't often see a situation arise where somebody's on television doing something and it's this big ordeal because you're just the sport instills these moral codes in you and these ethics in you that you can be a competitor, you can be feisty, but you're still going to conduct yourself with the respect and for the respect of the game and those who came before you.
Sure. And there's a lot of truth, Nate, on it, regardless of the sport, is that the sport is always bigger than the individual. And it certainly comes through as far as golf is concerned. You don't want to besmirch the great sport of golf or any sport for that matter. What would your advice be for kids that, let's say, want to, come out either for the Northeastern Golf Team or those kids that you had for a little bit that may be looking to play it in college? I see Tanner Sadowski all the time, and he's such a great kid. And I'm assuming he's going to be looking to possibly play when he gets into college.
Yeah, he is. And he would be your stereotypical golfer. I mean, he's just a great person, and that trickles down from home. The Sadowskis are great people, but he's indicative of what the game is, which is somebody who works hard. It doesn't always go well, and that's to get to that question you just asked as far as what would I would suggest. It's never too late to get involved with golf. The cool thing about golf is it's a game for your lifetime. There aren't many things like I saw you had Cody Reeser on a couple episodes ago,
right?
And I know he and his family golf, and it's one of those things that when I came up, some Division I athletes, he's a Division I baseball player, he golfs. There's people who golf from all different walks of life that you wouldn't necessarily say, well, they golf. Because I don't know, sometimes it just doesn't seem that cool thing to do.
Mhm.
But you realize what it affords you to do. What golf typically simply is an opportunity for you to compete with friends and family and loved ones, or networking in business. It's just for you to display yourself out to others and have fun and compete. You know,
Right.
it's never too late to get involved. If you have aspirations of playing in high school, start as soon as you can. You don't have to take thousands, hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars in lessons. There's Cool Creek is a Joe Public golf course. You can come use our putting green outside our pro shop for free. It's very minimal cost to get some range balls and hit some balls. One thing I would offer as advice to those, whether you're going to start golf or whether you're going in your career or whether it's after college or going into college, don't be afraid to ask for help.
Mhm.
That's one of the biggest things that's one of my biggest problems. So it's kind of hypocritical of me to say this, but there's so far too many times we feel like we can do it on our own. And, I got this, we'll figure it out. But there's always people out there who are looking and are be happy to share experiences with you that can help you move along on whatever it is your goals are.
Sure.
As far as kids moving from high school to college, it's just like any other sport, Tim, where you don't ever want to limit your ceiling. You don't ever want to limit your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations, but you got to be willing to pay with effort.
Sure.
Everybody wants to play, not everybody, but athletes want to play a professional sport for a living.
Mhm.
There are millions of youth out there that want to do that. The only people that ever achieve that, number one, you need to have the God-given talent that you can build on. Some of us
Right.
just aren't built with that. And if you have that, then you better be ready to put the time in, because it's not just given, and golf is one of those things you can spend all the time in the world. And I'll use Tanner as an example.
Mhm.
Tanner has been a very hard worker at golf since he was, I believe he came over and was in my junior program at Cool Creek, I think at the age of 9
Okay.
or 10. And he was a very beginning golfer at that point. Couldn't break 100. And he was a young kid. So you're not,
Sure.
you're not going to be doing that at that age. And every year he's gotten better. And that the cool thing about youth working with juniors is every year they get better without doing anything, just because they get taller, they get stronger, and they hit the ball further.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eventually you get to that age where that stops. That was a couple decades ago for me. But the beauty is they can get better. They just have to prioritize what they want in life, just like
Right.
anything else.
Sure.
You got Tanner, who was playing soccer,
Mhm.
and golf at the same season. And anytime that you commit yourself to two things, you're never going to achieve your optimal in either of them.
Right.
He did that his freshman year and sophomore year. And then after sophomore year of soccer, he decided, you know what, I'm going to go forward with this golf thing. He wanted to think about the possibility of playing in college. And he's like, I want to commit to this.
Sure.
And Todd and I sat him down and we're like, look, we think it's a great idea. You're going to sit down. You're going to commit 100% to this, and you're going to be successful, but you got to make sure that you're willing to be patient.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
doesn't just come. It's not like anything. You don't just, okay, I'm putting my time in. I better see the scores come down.
Right.
Golf is
Right.
it's not like hitting a jump shot where you're doing it all the time.
Yeah.
It's there's short game, there's hitting the golf ball, there's the mental game. It's like playing chess when
Yeah.
some other sports at times are checkers,
Sure. Sure. No.
So, but he made leaps and bounds, and it does look like he's going to achieve that goal playing in college. So
Wonderful.
I'm very proud of him.
Wonderful. Yeah. I just can't say enough good things about him. He's fantastic. Nate, if people wanted to get a hold of you, could we get an email address and a phone number, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So my email address is nblanchette, which is BLANCHETTE at coolcreekgolf.com. My number is 717-252-3691. That's at Cool Creek, extension 106. Also, if you don't mind me plugging,
No, go right ahead.
I have an Instagram account, which is nblanchette717. Go ahead and follow me on there, friend me on there. And
Okay, repeat that one again, Nate. Go ahead and repeat
sure,
that again.
it's N as in Nate, Blanchette 717. So that's
Okay,
my,
and just spell your last name, because I know how to spell it. You know how to spell it. Make
Sure.
sure you know how to spell it. Go ahead.
sure, BLANCHETTE.
Very good.
and one of the more fun things that I'm doing right now, Tim, I don't know if you had a chance to see it or not. So one of the biggest things as a coach, and you know this all too well, is encouraging your kids in what it is that they desire and they're passionate about. You know,
Right.
as the golf coach at Northeastern, I get different kids that come through that some want to play college golf and some are just there to improve and to try to help the team. And they just love golf, but
Yeah.
they don't have any aspirations of doing anything with it other than playing the rest of their life.
Hmm.
So there's this one gentleman on the team, I will remain nameless, but who's very, very good at cinematography and
Okay.
photography. And he doesn't know how good he is, I don't think. And he might see this and blush. But so trying to encourage him, we came up with the idea, hey, why don't we do, because we kind of had talked about it throughout the golf season, because we have a lot of fun. You know, we have a lot of fun out there.
Hmm.
And I said, you know what, it would be fun for some of these kids to see just how fun it is to be on a high school golf team, you know, and what we do outside of the hours of practice. And so we came up with our YouTube page. We have a YouTube page, a channel. We now have 4 videos. We're releasing the next one tonight. We usually release one every Sunday.
How do I get to it? Because I will definitely subscribe.
It's called Golf Unscripted.
Golf Unscripted.
Is
Okay.
the name of the page.
Cool.
The first one we released is very embarrassing. I'm gonna leave you with a cliffhanger, but Coach Nate might do a little rapping. So that's what I'll leave it at.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but typically it's just doing some golf related fun things with the team, seeing how the coach student, how that all goes, how that relationship goes. And as we get into spring where it's a little bit warmer, I'm going to be doing some kind of short little instructional things with not only the Northeastern team, but with some of the best golfers in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Youth,
Very cool.
and we'll be getting them on the channel as well. So anybody who's thinking about starting golf,
Yeah.
just to say, you know, what is golf? What's this all about? And how can that be fun? Give that a look. And then those of you
Sure.
who do golf, and I think you get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
The kids you watch 1 or 2 of those videos and you realize why I love it so much.
Yeah, for sure,
It's-
for
it's-
sure,
the
Nate.
kids are
Sounds
just
good.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will definitely get subscribed to it, and also, look to try to plug it. Obviously, once we get yours up on my YouTube channel, Playing It Forward Coaching, and the more people we can get involved and tag off this video right here, with all your contacts. The more we can help spread the word and, potentially look to, recruit some other kids for you and everything. And, we'll just take it from there. Well, this has been fantastic, Nate. I really, really appreciate your time, and we will definitely stay in touch here, sir.
Hey, I appreciate it. I wish everybody out there watching a great 2021. God bless, and hope to see you sometime down the road.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Nate. Appreciate you.
Okay. All right. You take care.